A mother in Florida was able to speak to her 3 children and mother before a fatal crash involving a teenager driver. The incident occurred just before 7 p.m. on September 3rd when a 15-year-old was driving a Chevrolet Impala very fast and refused to stop at a stop sign. The teen's Impala reportedly hit the driver's side of the Honda HR-V, sending the Honda onto the grass shoulder and propelling it into the pole. The Honda was driven by a 50-year-old woman now identified as Trinidad Hernandez. When police arrived, Hernandez and a 9-year-old boy was pronounced deceased on the scene. The other 2 kids in the car, a 1-year-old and an 11-year-old, were taken to a local hospital where they later deceased. The children were named Miley Cruz, Marvin Cruz, and Anayari Hernandez, according to the outlet. Sabrina Hernandez, the children's mother and the 50-year-old driver's daughter, spoke out at a candlelight memorial on Monday. "I'm dying inside. I don't get to see my children anymore. I don't get to see my mother anymore," she said at the crash site. "This is the outcome. I lost my entire family right here in this spot. I will never wake up and see my children again." The devastated mother revealed the phone call she had with her son, which tragically turned out to be the last conversation she ever had with him. "My son called me and said, 'Mommy, we're 15 minutes away.' I said, 'Okay, I'll see you in a bit. I love you.' And he said, 'I love you too.'" She said that when her family didn't come home a short bit later, she grew concerned. "I started calling my son and my mom and my dad, and nobody was answering. I started getting this gut feeling something was wrong." That's when she went to the hospital to hear the heartbreaking news. Sabrina was asked what she would say to the 15-year-old Impala driver who ran the stop sign. She replied, "I forgive you. That's because I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus. They were supposed to bury me, and now I have to bury all of them at once. Through the Holy Spirit, that's the only way I'm standing here right now." Trinidad Hernandez's husband, 52, was sitting in the passenger side, and the 15-year-old Impala driver were reportedly transported to the hospital and are both suffering from serious injuries. 3 passengers in the teenager's car, all 15-year-old boys, were also taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. On Trina Hernandez's Facebook page, it shows an outpouring of condolences to the family. Now, when I heard this story, it was so heartbreaking because I cannot imagine having to bury all of my children and my mother at once. I pray that God grants Sabrina Hernandez peace down deep in her soul and that he comforts her with her love and his understanding during this trouble or tribulation. Every time me and my family leave the house, I usually say a prayer while we're in the car to let us make it there and back, because in this situation, and as many, you just never know who's on the other side of that car or on the other side of that road. You can be the best driver or anything can happen. I encourage you all to pray before you leave the house. Pray for your family members. Pray for your children that they make it there, to, and from. As always, stay safe.